by the raise of hands, how many of you have been in a car with somebody who is guilty of texting while driving? Did you know that texting while driving is now one of the most popular distractions that take a driver's eyes off the road? I have witnessed the dangers of distracted driving firsthand. Texting while driving should not be done because it leads to a greater risk of accidents. Imagine that someone that you love, your mom, dad, wife, husband, or child, were killed by a driver who was texting while driving. Was it worth losing someone you love? First, we will discuss who is more likely to text and drive. Next, we will discuss how texting affects reaction time while driving before finally talking about how texting and driving is the most dangerous form of distracted driving. So let's first talk about how the reasons why it's important not to text and drive. According to TRW and textinganddriving.com, texting while driving is now the leading cause of U.S. teen deaths. More than 50% of teens admit to texting while driving. We all know that there's more than just 50% who text and drive. They are just afraid to admit it. More than 3,000 teens die each year in crashes due to texting and driving. Just think, there is that many students in Grace County High School or McCracken County High School. Teens claim that it's easy to text while they drive, saying that they are very somewhat confident that they can text while they drive. Teens who text while driving spend approximately 10% of their driving time outside of the road. According to Texas Transportation Institute website, people's reaction time is slower when they text and drive. Researchers have determined that drivers' reaction time is doubled when distracted by reading or sending a text message. Reaction times while texting were at least 3 to 4 seconds longer than the reactions of 1 to 2 seconds from someone who isn't texting and driving. Drivers are 11 more times likely to miss the light altogether while they text and drive. According to Alcohol Problems and Solutions, texting while driving is 6 times more dangerous than driving while intoxicated, according to the National Highway Traffic Administration. Sending or receiving a text takes a driver's eyes away from the road for an average of 4.6 seconds, which, when driving 55 miles per hour, is like driving the length of a football field while blindfolded. The Courier Journal says that drivers could face hundreds of dollars in fines for sending text messages while behind the wheel. Fox 19 digital media staff said that Kentucky announced that the governor's direction, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, would start assessing penalty points on operators licensed of drivers who were cited and convicted of violating Kentucky's law against texting while driving. Next, let's discuss the solutions on how to stop teens and other adults from texting and driving. First, you can put the phone out of sight. Turn the phone off and keep it somewhere you won't be able to see it. This will keep your mind off wanting to respond to an incoming text message. It's 100% guaranteed. If you put it out of reach, you wouldn't be able to text. Also, you can put it on silent so you wouldn't be able to hear. If you're a woman, put your phone in your purse and put your purse in the back seat where you won't text. Getting one of your friends that is in the car with you can text while you drive will keep you from having to text and drive. which will keep you and others safe. When you're driving down the road and you receive a text, you can have a friend in the car, just have them read your message to you, then they can text what you want them to say. Having a smartphone, there are many apps that will keep you from texting while driving. There are several apps that cut off texting ability if the device is moving faster than 10 miles per hour. Also, some apps send messages to the ones who are messaging you, telling them that you are busy and you cannot text. If you have an AT&T app on your phone, just click on it, and from there it will keep text messages from coming to your phone. By using these solutions, you would be minimizing the amount of texting and driving, which could help save your life. As we discussed, texting and driving can be deadly. Let's take a look at one unfortunate situation. On October 2009, Stacy was on her way to work. She decided to text her friend. She crossed the wrong side of the road, and hit a tree head-on, and it killed her instantly. A 19-year-old boy who was texting and driving killed a mother and her 2 children. This is how the future is going to continue if you don't put your cell phones away when you drive, or have one of your friends text for you while you're driving, and use apps that are available. However, we can minimize this particular danger of driving by a simple choice. If we choose to put the phone down while driving a vehicle, we don't have to experience the devastation of losing our loved ones. If Stacy would have chosen to wait until she reached her destination to send the message to her friend, perhaps she could be with us today to share the many stories to her family and friends. Additionally, her 2 children would have their mother there for them when they were scared, when they are sad, or when they have a nightmare in the middle of the night. I urge you to take action to begin making a positive change. As we have discussed, texting while driving is very dangerous. It's 6 times more dangerous than driving under the influence. It's leading cause of U.S. teen deaths, and reaction time is slowed. Our safety should be a concern while on the road and driving. Doing an unsafe activity is foolish, and I would strongly encourage those of you do not text and drive in the future. All of you, those who raised your hands earlier, you should definitely take the dangers of texting seriously. You wouldn't want that text to be the last thing your mom, dad, wife, or husband reads. Make a decision to drive safely. Put down the phone as you get into your car. Choose to ignore the notification of a text while driving, and lead by example. Children learn from their parents' behavior. If you have a teen, give them simple, clear instructions not to use their wireless device while driving. Become more informed and be active. Set rules for yourself and your household regarding texting while driving. If you're a passenger of someone who is texting while driving, try the direct approach. Tell them to put it down. Tell them that you're not comfortable with their texting and driving, and that you can offer to text their messages for them while they drive. Now, by the raise of your hands, how many of you will take a stand or make a decision to put down the phone when you get in a car? Because you don't want the text to be the last thing you say to your loved ones.